Hello, hello, and welcome. Happy Friday. Oh my gosh, I am so excited to join you today. Be sure to drop in the comments, say hello, say where you're joining from. I always love checking in with my tribe. So I am pumped. I'm still pulling up all my notes, all my goodies right now. So give me just a second. And yes, Josh and Vanessa, hello, hello. So good to see you. Lindsay, what is up? How's it going? So awesome. All right, let me pull up the group in my phone so I can actually see who is with us. Hey, Caitlin, what is up? Awesome. Let's see here. The joys of tech. While everybody's here paying attention. So, all the goodies. Fine. There we go. Love it. Hello, hello. Oh, Tino's, happy birthday. Woo woo. Got the whole bunch of Florida crew in here. We got some Texas crew. That's awesome. So, all right. So, that's so funny. I just looked down and saw myself dancing. Welcome. I am so pumped. It's been a minute since I've been live with you guys. I'm just like, working on some things, right? Crushing it in the background. So this topic that I'm talking about today, accelerating your success with your inner circle, is something that I hear so often, right? Like, for those of us who are leaning into our growth, expansion, and transformation journey, we can find some challenge, struggle, and friction with those closest to us when they may not also be on their growth, transformation, or personal development journey. So, hey, Bernil, so good to see you. So that is something that has been an issue for me this whole time. I've always been very, very transparent about the disconnect that Jeff and I have had on this journey. A lot of you have had the opportunity to meet Jeff at some of our live influential events. If you haven't been to one, join us August 4th and 5th. Go to beinfluential.com/event. I'll make sure that I pop that, or one of you guys, if you want to pop that link in the comments for anybody who hasn't joined us yet, and a lot of people here right now have been to our events. They're amazing, but I digress. So a lot of you guys have met Jeff. He's like really, really awesome human being. Obviously, we've been together for 21 years. There's a reason for that. And between the two of us, I'm the one who's been leading the way in terms of growth, transformation, and building my business, scaling, all the stuff. I'm super, super grateful that we got to a place in our life, in our relationship, and in my business that I was able to hire him back in November. And he's been a part of our influential team. And it's been quite a journey. And I have always found there to be this friction between us where it's very strong ebbs and flows, especially when I'm going through a lot of growth and expansion, and he is more passive in his journey. Thank God he did start finally working with a coach. However, it's just very different what he does. So please pop in the comments. Obviously, we want to be as PC as possible. We don't want to be like diming out our significant others. But if you know that what that experience is or that friction, please drop that in the comments. That is definitely one of those really common challenges. Not only are we experiencing this discomfort and this friction, I know it also comes up a lot of fear and a lot of distress around that, because I think a lot of us will actually put a governor on ourselves or really inadvertently dim our own light or slow our own progress because we don't want to keep creating an even larger divide between ourselves and our significant other. So please, give a hand raise or some love or some care button if you have ever felt that way as well, where you're like, ooh, I feel us really growing apart, and getting to that place of really being concerned about the future of the relationship, because one is really growing and expanding. And at some point, I mean, Jeff and I have had this conversation. He's like, yeah, your growth really triggered my stuff too. Cause he was like, I started feeling like you were growing away from me. He's like, I started to get scared that we might not make it because we were living two different lives and it wasn't really together. Oh, John Mark, yep, definitely relate. Yes, Tino's, yep, exactly, all that. Caitlin, for sure. And it is definitely one of the biggest ways in which we don't even realize we slow our success, we slow our growth and expansion, we actually delay our freedom and limit our impact, our income, and our influence because this person or people, because sometimes there's multiple people in that inner circle, not just our significant others, that we deeply, deeply care about. It can be our kids, could be our parents. And, it triggers a lot of that fear of loss, that fear around disconnect. And so we actually end up slowing ourselves down. And that's not supportive of our goals. It's not supportive of our vision. It's actually still functioning from fear and scarcity and insecurity. It's still functioning from a place of control. I mean, I still have my moments. I'll tell you, I will be super transparent. I came back from the gym. Let's see, it's Friday. This was either Tuesday or Wednesday. I came back from the gym, and I think this was Tuesday. And I was finishing my routine at the house because I forgot some of my equipment. And I'm just looking at Jeff and I'm so frustrated because he's sitting there. Here I am working out, doing my self-care, doing the things to support my goals. And he's just fucking off in front of the television, like on the scroll hole. And I just was like so crunchy about it. And now, granted, I didn't say anything because this is me projecting my shit. But me in that state of frustration that's my triggers, right? That's my baggage and my shit. It's not my job to control his journey. But you know what that's like, right? Where we sometimes want it more than they do, right? We know their capacity, their potential. So it triggers our control issues where we're like becoming the naggy spouse or significant other or parent or daughter or son, right? We become naggy, like, hey, you should this, you should that, read this book, try this thing, blah, 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 right? Give me the hand raise if you're like, oh God, I've done that. I have done that. I've made those recommendations to people, the people closest to me. Like, I mean, I do it. I'm like, Jeff, you can come with me to the gym. I have the black card at Planet Fitness. You can be my guest. Right? Oh, like Tinos is like, yep, I get it. Right. But we've worked it all out and we work great together now. It was like let's see here. I was like that at some point. However, we now are really good. But yep, exactly what I'm talking about, being in that space where it's just so much disconnect. Lindsay, hello. Yep, you get it. So the reason this is such a big deal is because these are the people closest to us, right? This is our most intimate inner circle. And these are the people whose energy and emotion are influencing and affecting us, our mindset, our consistency, our day-to-day, right? I think about a lot of those times where I was going through a lot of big growth and expansion. So I'm not who I was or where I was. I'm definitely not yet where I'm going. So I'm on that really shaky ground. And I needed grounding, I needed support. And sadly, Jeff was not the person who had the capacity or was in the space to help because he was not on his own journey. And so, I can look back and see how a lot of that sort of flapping and feeling very unsupported along the way. Now, granted, he was supportive in certain ways, right? I'm not saying he wasn't. It's just in some of those other sort of nuanced, deeper ways where you need someone who's grounded, stable, emotionally available, having some self awareness to really be able to be supportive of you when you're going through some of your own stuff. And that really slowed my journey. And it still does. I mean, it now it's only minutes or hours that I'm just like, ah. And I have such an amazing tribe now, and he's doing his work, so the gap is closing. So the point of this is really highlighting that this is a struggle so many of us experience, especially if we embark on our transformation journey when we're in these significant long-term relationships. So I ended up coming up with an opportunity to help with this exact challenge. Because I think back, I'm like, okay, when I started embarking on this, what would have been a way of supporting bringing him on board with this journey rather than me just diving in head first solo and leaving him in the dust? Now, granted, as much as we would love to control our significant others, we cannot. You know me, I'm always talking about the control issues. And I still have to keep mine in check, right? Like, okay, he's on his journey. I don't say anything. It's just my shit that's getting triggered, right? Has nothing to do with him. So if there was an opportunity when I first started for both of us to engage in a way that was fun, somewhat independent, where we each got to go at our own pace, we were not necessarily directly working together, but also we're on a similar enough pathway that we could have these supportive conversations as we're going through the process, how that would have exponentially accelerated my success. Having that inner circle dialed in a way that we were all growing and scaling together, it just would have been a game changer, right? It would have sped up what has been a 7-year journey and probably cut it into like 3 or 4 years. It would have cut it in half. It would have been amazing. Hey, Zach, what's up, dude? So excited to chat with you yesterday. So with that being said, that's why I was like, okay, how can I solve this problem? This conversation has literally come up dozens of times just in the last few weeks. So here is my gift to you to help with this exact problem. And the reason I am sharing this with you today is because this is actually going to go live next week. And I want everyone to think about who they want to bring on this journey with them. So Wednesday, the 29th, we will go live with our 4th of July Freedom Fire Sale, which means if you enroll in our Empower Level program or higher, you can get a second enrollment for free. This is a BOGO opportunity for you to bring your spouse, your significant other, maybe it's a business partner, your key leadership team, anybody that you know is in that space of needing to scale their leadership, their self-leadership, and their external leadership, whether it's at home, right? Because we're all leaders. If we've got kids, if we've got a significant other, we're all leaders at home. Doesn't matter, especially if they're working in their own business or the business with you. They're definitely leaders. But it doesn't matter. It's really about you enrolling in this program to really elevate your mindset, your confidence, your leadership, really scaling into the lifestyle and building that legacy that you're called to make, creating the freedom, the fulfillment, the impact you're working towards on this journey, and creating a support system by having your significant other or those key people along the journey with you. I know, it's crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. Yes, Sammy, freedom, freedom. I love it. So that's exactly it. It is you're creating the freedom for self. You're creating freedom for your family, the fulfillment, the lifestyle, the legacy, the leadership you're called to make. And you get to have these key people along with you. So this is a 2-for-1 BOGO. Doors are closing July 5th. And like I said, we're not launching this until Wednesday. The reason I am sharing this with you is because I want you to think about who your person is. And Sammy already got on the on the bandwagon. So for those of you who are like, oh my goodness, I totally know who I want to bring on this journey with me. When we go live on Wednesday, if you want first dibs on this link, just comment freedom below and I will make sure that you get the link as soon as we go live on Wednesday. And so what you'll do is you'll be able to enroll in the mastermind, in the program. This is a group coaching program. You get the support. You've got access to me, the whole team of coaches, really scaling your mindset, your freedom, your fulfillment inside and out. And you get to bring someone in your inner circle along with you for free. 2-for-1. You cannot go wrong. Let's see, we got more. Oh my gosh. Oh, Eve. Yes, I would love that. That would be fantastic. Love it. Lindsay, yay. Awesome. Thank you guys. So the reason this is something I'm so super passionate about, like I said, is because this was such a gap for me. It really was, and I own the fact that I allowed it to slow me down. It was never his intention to do that, right? But we all have our big but. It is, we care so deeply for other people that it ends up giving that access to our deepest inner worthiness wounds. And it was those wounds, that fear of loss, that fear of abandonment, that fear of rejection, the fear of truly losing this key significant relationship in my life, that I dimmed my light. I slowed down my progress and slowed my success. And that is a disservice to the people that I am here to impact, right? It's a disservice to the people that need to hear my message by me showing up and shining. And that is the same for each and every one of you. If you have the opportunity to grow and scale at a faster rate and really step into the power, unlock that potential that's waiting to be unleashed, and bring along the people that can help speed that process. I mean, it's just absolutely the biggest game changer. I don't even know why I didn't think of this earlier, right? You could see my passion here. I'm just like, oh. So I love it. Thank you guys. So, I will totally tell Jeff hello for you, Sammy. I'm sure he will see it. So that's the thing. The Empower program, and keep in mind, the Empower program is our starter group. There's always an opportunity during your onboarding. If you choose to add on private support, you can. Some of you might be like, no, I need to be at a higher level or want to be at a higher level. We'll have that opportunity to assess. This just gives you that opportunity to really snag this special and support not only your growth and expansion, but those that you care about so deeply. And you know that as you're growing and scaling together, this is so much bigger than us, right? Every single one of us, we are purpose driven, we are impact driven. What we're showing up to do and how we shine in the world, this is our divine purpose. This is the genius that God gave us, and we are here to share it with the world. And so any opportunity to speed up really stepping into your full power and shining is a beautiful, beautiful gift and blessing. So type freedom down below. If you're one who absolutely wants to be on the list for this BOGO opportunity, buy one, get one free for your most favorite inner circle person. Think about who that's going to be on the list. And when we go live on Wednesday, and it's only going to be available Wednesday through the following Tuesday. So doors will close on the 5th. This is the only time we're going to do this offer and opportunity. So make sure you get on that when this goes down. So I'm super, super, super excited for this. So it has been a game changer for us getting Jeff on his growth and expansion as I continue doing my growth and expansion. And so for those of you, as Tinos was sharing in the comments, right, it's been a game changer for them as they've both been able to work through their stuff, and they work together in their business. So whether we're talking life partners, business partners, maybe it's both, this is the opportunity for everyone to grow and scale together because we're all here to lift each other up. And, 1 + 1 = 7 when we are shining in our genius and purpose. So, all right, for those of you who are still sitting there kind of like, oh my God, I don't even know. It's okay. Just type the freedom. You've got the whole weekend to think about who your +1 is coming into our programs, really scaling. Like I said, this is scaling your leadership, your lifestyle, your legacy for the freedom and the fulfillment you desire, where you eliminate all those blocks, activate receiving, and really step into your highest confidence, purpose, and potential. So, all right, that is enough rambling for me today. I'm getting all emotional. So share below if you have any fun plans for the weekend. I always love to hear. I am going to be relaxing. It's been a big couple of weeks with all of our launches and cool things happening. So thank you so much for joining me. I will keep you posted on all the stuff because, again, I will be letting everybody know as we are getting ready to go live, and the doors open Wednesday, and it's only available through the 5th. So be sure to grab it as soon as it's open because we got limited seats, limited days. So be sure to hit me up in the DMs if you have any questions, and I will see you soon. Have a great day.